What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I told you my coverage of the 32nd edition of the African Cup of Nations will continue regardless if I'm on vacation or not. So I'm gonna continue by giving you my quarterfinals predictions. I predicted the entire tournament, then I give you round of 16 predictions, and now I'm gonna give you my updated quarterfinal picks. So guys, on the left side of the bracket where we saw 3 penalty shootouts, it was remarkable, nerve-wracking. You needed nerves of steel to watch these left side of the bracket games. But on the right side of the bracket, we did not have a single penalty shootout. All the games ended in 90 minutes. They didn't even go to extra time. So those were convincing victories on that right side of the bracket. A few upsets as well, big upsets. So on the left side of the bracket, we saw Morocco losing to Benin on penalties after the match ended 1-1 after extra time. So Benin will go on to play Senegal, who defeated Uganda 1-0. So it will be Benin versus Senegal in the first quarterfinal matchup. Then on that side of the bracket, we saw Madagascar and DR Congo playing to a 2-2 draw, and Madagascar going on to defeat DR Congo on penalties. They will play Tunisia, whose game versus Ghana ended in a 1-1 draw after a late own goal sent the game into extra time, then to penalties. Then Tunisia, who has been rather lackluster at the tournament so far, drawing all 4 of their matches, defeated Ghana 5-4 in the PKs to send the Black Star crashing out of the tournament. So I'm just going to run through all the round of 16 fixtures before I predict the quarters. That's a pretty good way to do it, right guys? On the right side of the bracket where we did not see any game go to extra time, Nigeria, the team I'm following at the tournament, defeated the indomitable Lions of Cameroon, the holders, 3-2 in what was one of the best games of the tournament so far. They will go on to play the winner of the South Africa versus Egypt fixture. Remember, Egypt are the hosts, and they were knocked out by Bafana in a match which ended 1-0 courtesy of a brilliant breakaway goal by Lorch. What a freaking goal that was to knock the Pharaohs out of the tournament and send shockwaves through the continent and through the nation of Egypt. So that win by South Africa has been one of the biggest upsets of the tournament thus far. That was a great achievement by Stuart Baxter and his boys, and they will be looking to do the same against Nigeria. So in the Algeria versus Guinea match, Algeria just brushed past Guinea very easily because Algeria has been one of the most impressive teams at the tournament so far. And right now I'm thinking that the Desert Foxes could actually go on to win this thing, you know. They have been quite impressive. In the quarterfinal, they will go out to face Ivory Coast, who defeated Mali 1-0 courtesy of a goal by Wilfred Zaha. So on the left side of the bracket, we will see Senegal playing Benin, Madagascar playing Tunisia. Like, we did not expect these matchups at all. Benin, who came through the group as one of the best third place teams, and Madagascar, who had to come through the preliminary for the qualifiers, topping their group, defeating Nigeria, and now they will face a heavyweights in Tunisia in the quarters. So my prediction for the Senegal versus Benin game. This one isn't so hard to predict, but I cannot write off Benin. They have been unbeaten so far at the tournament. Remember, they was in a group that had Ghana and Cameroon. And you still unbeaten at the tournament. That is ridiculous. You play Morocco, still unbeaten at the tournament, but they are yet to still win a game at the African Cup of Nations despite being unbeaten at the 2019 event. So could they get past Senegal, the Lions of Teranga, who I'm pipping to win the entire thing? Sadio Mane, Crepin Diatta, Empire Niang, Keita Balde, Idrissa Gueye, all these guys have been playing very, very well throughout the tournament. But could Steve Mounier and Stefan Sessegnon and company topple the Lions of Teranga? Remember, the schools have already fared well against 2 Lions so far. The Indomitable Lions, the Atlas Lions, and now the Lions of Teranga. Could they do it for a 3rd time? Benin, not a high-scoring team, but it seems like they are very well-drilled defensively. They are very well compact. They are a gritty team who knows how to grind out a result. The key to them winning this game is not to concede first, push the game all the way to 120 minutes, take it to penalties, and I think that's your best chance. But you allow Senegal to score in this game, you're not going to get back in this game. So with all that said, I'm going to go for a Senegal win over Benin within 90 minutes. I think Aliou Cissé's men is capable of doing the job within 90. So I'm going for Senegal to face one of Madagascar or Tunisia. So that brings us to the second quarterfinal matchup. Madagascar versus Tunisia. What Madagascar has done so far at the tournament is nothing short of remarkable. They have written a Cinderella story. They have been one of the tournament's dark horses along with, you could say, South Africa and Benin. And I can see this fairy tale run stretching a little further. Against a Tunisian team who has been rather lackluster throughout the tournament, scraping themselves all the way through to the quarterfinals without winning a single match. They have drawn all 4 of their matches, just like Benin. But for Benin, you did not expect that. For Tunisia, you expect them to pick up at least 1 win, even in the group stage, but they are yet to do so. What Madagascar has shown us so far, never underestimate the smaller team. The Berea of Madagascar have been very, very good throughout the tournament, very gritty, very resolute in defense, very, very good going forward, very deadly going forward, I should say. And I don't see this Tunisian team getting in their way. Definitely don't. I think that Madagascar could do this and make a semi-final run here. I'm gonna go for the fairy tale story in Madagascar. I'm just not sold on Tunisia. But on the flip side, guys, on the flip side, I must mention this. Tunisia could actually go all the way to the final and win the tournament and not be convincing at all throughout. Like, not impressive at all, and they could go on to win it. I could see that happening as well. But I'm going to go for a Madagascar win here because I want to see a small team do well. So on the left side of the bracket, I'm predicting a Senegal-Madagascar semi-final. What are your predictions? Let me know in the comment section down below. So guys, the Nigeria versus South Africa matchup on the right side of the bracket. Let's talk about that. Nigeria, the team I'm following at the tournament. So I'm going to be elaborating a bit more on this clash. Nigeria, through the group stage, they were not so impressive. But in the round of 16, I really liked what Gernot Rowe did with his selection, with his formation and everything. And it proved to be the right move, right tactics. He came out on top, the defending champions, Cameroon. That's a big achievement in itself because Cameroon, they looked a better team than Nigeria at the tournament up until they met them. Seriously. What Nigeria did in the second half was amazing. Coming back from 2-1 down to defeat Cameroon 3-2. Awesome, awesome stuff. I hope that Nigeria are actually clicking at the right time. I hope they're now firing on all cylinders. I'm just hoping that Gernot Rowe sticks with this 11, sticks with the formation, and not switch things up going forward, because I could see it happening. Because I saw an article saying that Mikel is fit again, and who knows, maybe he could slot Mikel back in the 11 and just disrupt the whole flow of things and just disrupt this whole winning formula. I could see it happening. I could definitely see it happening. I hope he does not do it. I hope he's sensible enough to say, listen, every time Mikel did not play, or every time he was off the field, we won, we did better. And not because he's the captain of the team, you have to play him. It's not necessary to play him. You could bring him off the bench to play a more defensive role or to close up shop if you have already won the game. But apart from that, keep Mikel off the freaking field. I heard they said that this would be his last African Cup of Nations. I hope his last game was the last game he played for Nigeria at the African Cup of Nations. Like, seriously. He is a waste. He is a waste. And if they play him against this very, very spirited South African team who is on a mission to impress and do well, they haven't really been doing well at AFCONs for quite a long time, they will punish Nigeria. I'm going to say this right now. They will punish Nigeria. Odion Ighalo has been Nigeria's best player so far at the tournament. Ahmed Musa has been very industrious. Iwobi had a good game there. And the players are working hard to win this thing. They're working hard to continue advancing into the tournament. And if Gernot Rowe makes a dumb decision, change up the formula, switch up the lineup, and cost Nigeria potential place in the semis, I'll be pissed. And I know the fans will be pissed as well. For Stuart Baxter and South Africa, man, this team has done really well at the tournament. I was happy for them when they came through as one of the best third place teams, because I think they played well enough to earn one of those places. Seriously, they did. They really, really did. And they have shown us that they deserve that when they defeated Egypt, the host, which is one of the biggest upsets at the tournament so far, as I said. I want to actually go for a Nigeria win here, because I think Nigeria are now clicking, but I won't be surprised if South Africa come out on top here. I really, really won't be surprised if they come out on top. Player to watch for South Africa, Percy Tau, man. He has been one of the best players at the tournament. And if he's not in people's best 11 for the tournament, I don't know what you guys are smoking, because this guy is the real deal. I hope he gets his work permit to play for Brighton Hove and Albion in the Premier League, because a lot more people need to see this guy on show. So for this fixture though, South Africa being the underdogs here, Nigeria, I want to predict a Nigeria win, but to be honest, guys, I just have a feeling that Gernot Rowe is going to switch things up again. So I'm going to make a kind of different prediction here. If Gernot Rowe switches up the 11 and the formation, Nigeria will lose. So I'm going for a South Africa win if Mikel plays and the formation changes to Didi, Itebo, and Mikel in the middle. But if Gernot Rowe goes with Odiani Gallo up top and behind him Simon, Musa, Iwobi or Chuck Woozy with Didi and Itebo behind them, definitely Nigeria are going to go on to win this game. So it's a dual prediction with Mikel and that formation. South Africa wins, but with the same team and the same formation like the last game versus Cameroon, a Nigeria victory. Fair enough, right guys? Fair enough. And the last one, guys, on the right side of the bracket, Ivory Coast versus Algeria. The Fennec Foxes versus the Elephants. This is a big clash. This is a huge one. This is a marquee matchup, as they call it. So Ivory Coast, man, they have grown into the tournament as well. But for Algeria, they have been impressive throughout. Definitely have been impressive throughout. It's really hard to bet against Algeria right now, the way they are playing, man. Seriously. The way they defeated Guinea, it was quite impressive. The goals were emphatic, and just the way they play, their energy, their physicality, their skillfulness on the ball, their energy and everything, their hard work off the ball. It's hard to write off this Algerian team. And with them and Tunisia being the only two North African countries left in the tournament, guys, one of them will go. One of them definitely will advance. As for Ivory Coast though, I think they're just starting to get their selection right. That's always been a problem for them, in my opinion. They have way too many talented players that they don't even know what to do with them. That's what it is. But with the inclusion of Zaha in the 11, I think they're getting their combination right, because he was the one who scored the game's only goal versus Mali. It was not an easy game. I did not get to watch the game, but from what I read, it was the best chance of the game, the only chance, the only clear chance, and they scored it through Wilfried Zaha, who should have been playing for the Ivory Coast every single match. His quality in the Premier League and what he's capable of, he should fit into any 11. Seriously, it's a shame that they had him on the bench. But I think this is where the Ivory Coast journey ends at the 2019 African Cup of Nations. I could be wrong, but I just think this Algerian team is very, very hard to beat. Goalkeeper Mboli hasn't really been tested so much throughout the tournament, and I'm gonna go for an Algeria win here. Seriously, I'm gonna go for Algeria to defeat Ivory Coast maybe it can go to penalties, but I don't see it going to penalties. I think Algeria are going to do it in 90 minutes, and it will be a Nigeria-Algeria semi-final. So on the right side of the bracket, we will see Algeria versus Nigeria, and on the left side, Senegal versus Madagascar. So one of those 4 teams, I think, will go on to win the entire thing. But as we know, the last 8, one of those will go on to win it. Guys, who do you think will ultimately win the 2019 African Cup of Nations? Let me know in the comment section down below. I also want you to share your quarterfinal predictions in the comments, and if you're new, consider hitting the subscribe button, smash the thumbs up button. Guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I'm making it all the way from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. That's a little island off the main island over there. It's called Young Island, and I hope you enjoyed the scenery. So until my next video, guys, I like to say thanks for watching. Peace out. Rich Squad. May the best teams win and move on to the semis. Definitely.